Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the 107 podcast with myself, Jacob, and my co-host, Ash, who is about to get triviaed on the Japanese Grand Prix.
Oh, God.
Heads up.
Here we go.
There's only one question, and there are two possible answers for it. So, Japanese Grand Prix, have only ever been two people who are Japanese on the podium in Japan. Can you name those two drivers? The first one's obvious, but the second one's tricky.
Obviously the first one's Kamui Kobayashi.
Yes, Kobayashi is the second one, but who did it first?
It wasn't Takuma Sato, was it?
No. I'm trying to see his name.
Inaki? Is that his name? Inaki or something?
No, it ends in ki.
I don't know that.
His name was Aguri Suzuki.
Aguri Suzuki. The annoying thing is I saw that name earlier this week as I was looking it up.
Yeah, it's one of those facts that's spinning around at the moment. He finished third in 1990 and was the first ever Japanese driver to score a podium in a World Championship race, also at Japan. Wait, hold on, is that right, or have I completely messed that up? And then Kobayashi was also third in 2012. But have I? Hold on a minute. I need to double check that because
Oh no! Fact check.
Suzuki Japanese Grand Prix. Third place, 1990. Yeah, no, it was. It's just the article was written very strangely, which is odd. But yeah, so there we go. Those are the two podium sitters, only two Japanese podium sitters at the Japanese Grand Prix. There you go.
Could be a third. Could be a third.
Is Max Verstappen Japanese? I didn't know he.
I mean, you never know. You never know.
Well, he's half Belgian, half Dutch, but also has a home Grand Prix in Austria. So, I mean, why not add Japan at this point? To be honest. But yes, so Japanese Grand Prix. But first, if you haven't listened to it, last week's episode, we released a very special episode where we interviewed the amazing Anita Driver. So if you haven't listened to that episode, please do and go give it a listen. Anita Driver is, of course, the author behind the Thick Rick racing series and also a couple of other random bits and pieces. But if you remember a while ago, we were introduced to their books. When was it? Episode 35 in Singapore last year, I think. If you don't know what Anita Driver is, maybe put on a safe search as well. But yeah, it's honestly some of the best erotic, non-erotic noveling I've ever written, and the first book that my girlfriend has written cover to cover in one sitting ever.
Written or read?
Read. Jesus Christ, my brain is not working properly today, apparently.
Also, you're not painting your girlfriend in a good light. That's not very nice.
Excuse you, I'm letting everyone know that she can read. So therefore, no, she's not that big of a fan of books. She loves Harry Potter, but that's about it. Harry Potter and Thick Rick, apparently. So there we go. I have ordered the second one, so I'll have to read that and see what gold nuggets there are in there too. But yeah, if you haven't listened to that, please go ahead and give it a listen because it's a great episode, honestly. Really, really fun. And thank you once again to Anita Driver for joining us. Anyway, Japanese Grand Prix, how are we feeling? We excited?
No,
we're not, because Max is going to come back with a vengeance, isn't he? He's just going to completely wipe the floor with everyone.
What was the race? Was it Saudi Arabia last year? Where Max said, I'm never letting him beat me again. Yeah. And they just proceeded to destroy Sergio Perez that entire season. So, yeah. It's also, was it 7 a.m. for you? 6 a.m. for me, I think.
Yes, yeah. 7 a.m.
So, yeah, I'm expecting, and Red Bull have brought an upgrade package. So I'm expecting him to just lap the entire field 4 or 5 times.
Maybe. Okay. We'll have to wait and see. Rain does typically happen in Suzuka, so that could play a part in everything. But then
there are some reports that it might rain.
Max is very good in the rain, so
Max is very good in the rain as well.
Play into his favour. Shit. It's not looking good, is it? But obviously, all eyes will be on second, third, and fourth as the people's podium. So I'm now going to refer to it
That's a
as.
really good.
So People's
that's a really
Podium.
good way
We're
of saying it.
ignoring Max. We're ignoring
Yeah.
Max. We're going to go People's Podium. And
You know what you should do is when they play the Dutch anthem, you should just play whoever is in second, play their anthem.
I should get like cardboard cutouts of all of the drivers that I can hold up on like into my
Yes.
TV as like the next
And,
position.
and little flags as
Yeah.
well.
Just CGI the entire thing to remove any mention of that Dutch champion. Yeah, no, I think
No, it's like that. Did you ever see those videos where someone had got like a long piece of cardboard and it cuts out Verstappen and they've written 1, 2,
yes,
3,
yeah,
and they just put it on the screen. So I think you should do something similar to that.
I'd argue that I could probably use some AI image generation to create the People's Podium as well. So,
Imagine the prompt. Give me a podium without Max Verstappen and first place. It's like, sorry, we can't do that. There's not enough data.
we could not perform this task. Yeah, so I think that it's going to be reasonably interesting from second down, with McLaren being pretty strong there last year, and Ferrari being reasonably strong this year. So I think there will be a good battle between best of the rest between those two teams. And it will be very interesting to see how well Mercedes do after their double DNF last time out in Australia. Although, let's be honest, the technical DNF from Lewis was sort of unexpected. And the crash from George, I was going to say was uncharacteristic, but so it will be interesting to see how well they bounce back, considering that they weren't particularly happy with the performance of the car last race week. Anything from you, Ash, in terms of surprises or pre-thoughts?
McLaren have a livery,
which looks beautiful, like beautiful. I love the livery. Again, I am incredibly biased.
Bring an image up.
I'm incredibly biased. I am currently wearing a McLaren hoodie. Yeah, I think it's cool. You know what I said to you before about like I kind of miss the blue on the car, on the original livery. I'm looking at it now and I'm like, this is why. I quite like the blue. It's a different blue to last year's livery. It's not an electric blue. It's like a deep sea blue, almost like the color of hoodie that I'm wearing if you're watching on YouTube. If you're not watching on YouTube, we're at 99 subscribers. Come and subscribe to us on YouTube. Honestly, please. We want to hit triple digis. So please come and help us do that on the YouTube channel. And of course, while Ash is searching for this image, please do come and follow us on TikTok and Instagram. We're almost at 2,000 followers on Instagram. And on TikTok, I believe we're at like 317-ish, something like that off the top of my head. So yeah, keep on keeping on, and we'll hopefully have 100 subscribers at some point soon.
Yeah, it's actually not much of a livery change. It's more a change of the Views logo.
Yeah. It's just it's a nice addition. It's like, I don't know. It's like a different
it's a little bit of character, compared to all the black cars that we have.
Yeah, exactly.
Or exposed carbon rather. And the other thing is Yuki and it looks like Lando have special helmets for the race.
Lando's helmet looks really cool. It's like pink around it, and then Yuki has, at the moment, there's like a graphic design trend of like 60s style characters, almost like if you've ever played the video game like Fallout. It's almost like those sort of style, like cutesy little characters on his helmet, which does also look very, very nice.
It does, yeah.
Which is really, really cool. And going back very, very slightly, I just want to shout out the designer of the McLaren is called, oh god, I'm probably gonna ruin this name. Where's the Edomoji? Oh, inspired by Edomoji, and it's by an artist called Miltz, Miltz.
Cool.
But it does look cool, honestly. But so if you haven't seen it, go and have a quick look. And if you haven't seen Lando's and Yuki's helmets, but you know what? Why don't we'll chuck a post up on the Instagram if you haven't seen it, and we'll share all three of those. And I'm sure there will be more to come in terms of special bits and pieces that drivers are doing. So Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
have to wait.
I
and
mean,
see.
is it Red Bull's last race with Honda?
I don't know.
What was that in 2026? Would they move over to Red Bull powertrains?
I genuinely don't know. I do think it's the new regs, but I'm not entirely sure. But I mean, a lot of people this week have been talking about that, that white liveried Red Bull from a few
Mm.
years ago. You even had a unofficial / definitely not related hoodie made celebrating that livery,
Yeah,
didn't
it's
you?
really cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're at the Austrian Grand Prix.
you did. Have you still got that hoodie?
Um,
Oh no!
so
Oh no! Did you get a stain on
no,
it?
I got stayed on it, and
No!
I can't get it out. So
Oh no!
I might have it somewhere. If I have it, I'll take a picture. If not, I think I've tried to clean it and I've shrunk it.
Ah, I see. Oops.
Yeah, it's okay. But anyway, Japan always brings up good races. It's a really fun circuit to drive. The drivers love it. It's historical. There's so much has happened there with
Yeah.
Prost and Senna and Raikkonen and Alonso and Schumacher, and
It's
yeah,
where
it just always brings up something exciting.
It's where Mika Hakkinen confirmed both of his world titles.
Yeah, see, Alonso's overtake around Schumacher, 130 yards.
130 yards. Jeez. Any excuse
Yeah.
to roll the clip.
I'm gonna put it on the Instagram.
Yeah, put it on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Roll the clip. Yeah, unbelievable. We did also have, going back a teeny tiny bit, we did also have a prediction from Anita Driver themselves, and they said that Daniel was going to outshine Yuki at his home Grand Prix. What do we think?
No, Yuki's on a roll. He's showing up Daniel, and this is a home race. He's just gonna make sure he gets that extra few tenths, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Daniel. I'm sorry, Anita. I don't think that prediction is going to come true. But you never know. Never know with Daniel.
You never know. This is Formula One.
This is Formula One. But I don't know if there's anything else to note. Really, no other upgrades happening. Obviously, Carlos is further into.
On Red Bull bringing a ton of upgrades.
Yeah, Red Bull are bringing a ton of upgrades, but you already mentioned that.
All right, sorry. It's been a long day today.
Yeah, no, it's been a long day for me as well. So. But no, I was going to mention something else. What was I going to mention? Oh God. No, I was going to mention the upgrades, and then I was going to say there's not really anything else to talk about in terms of like no other teams are bringing upgrades, or anything like that as far as I'm aware. I think that Imola obviously is going to be the next sort of round of upgrades. Red Bull just seemed to be particularly early. And the Red Bull upgrades were teased / confirmed by Terry quite a while ago, and people told him he was going to be wrong. So, congrats, Terry, on getting.
Do you reckon
that
was like Max with a gun to the teams? Like, right. I know you said Imola, but look what happened in Australia. Bring them now.
Yeah, I don't. I think
if you want to see your families again.
If you want to see your families again. Oh God, I think you're getting the two Verstappens mixed up. But yeah, no, I don't think we have anything else, to be honest with you. Obviously, that's what I was going to say. Carlos Sainz is further through his recovery, obviously from appendicitis. So hopefully, we should see Carlos like 100, maybe not 100% ready, but back to or close enough to full fitness, which would be really good to see.
I haven't seen the interviews, but there are some clips out there of Sebastian Vettel. So I don't know what the context of the interview is, but the clips that have shown up are basically asking, would you consider a return to Formula One? In which he's basically said, if it's with a good team, then yes.
Yeah, there are rumors that essentially Mercedes are thinking about bringing in Seb as like a stopgap, and also to learn a lot from Seb, and also keep like Kimi under his wing type thing as Kimi like develops more as a driver, so he's not like thrown straight into the deep end of Formula One. I've seen that thrown around a little bit. Not too sure how realistic that is. Seb has also been testing some Le Mans style cars as well, so we could see Seb at Le Mans this year. You never know. He was testing Porsche's Le Mans LMP2 category style car, I believe. He said he was curious as to how they behaved. So, I mean, I wish if I said I was curious to drive a Le Mans car, they'd just give me a seat for a couple of hours. But there we go. Here we are.
Try winning 4 world championships first.
I'll give it a go. But Porsche, if you're listening, I'll jump in a car just to see how it feels. Uh, I did also see there were a couple of clips as well, talking about Will Buxton beating Nicholas Latifi in a race.
What?
As it was like Red Flags podcast, I want to say. And Will Buxton was put in like an F3 style car, like Formula 3000 style car, with Max Verstappen and Nicholas Latifi and a few other drivers at the time and stuff. And he actually beat Latifi on merit in a wet race.
Whoa.
Did you not know
No
that?
way. No, I didn't.
It's a genuine thing. Google it. Like, I promise you, Will Buxton on merit beat Nicholas Latifi in a Formula car.
Oh, shit. Damn.
So, I mean, clearly he's not terrible behind the wheel. So, yeah. But no, I saw that clips like going around this week. I don't really know why, to be honest with you. But there we go. So, yeah. Japanese predictions. Shall we jump into predictions?
Yeah.
We've got some hot takes
obviously-
as well, which we'd like to run through.
That's a hot takes after.
Should we do that after?
So 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna go.
We do top 5, remember?
We
We do top 5, yeah.
Okay. Obviously, Max. I'm gonna go. Charles,
Oh, okay.
Carlos,
Yeah.
Sergio, and Oscar Piastri.
I'm going Max, Sainz, Sergio, Charles, Piastri.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Interesting. We
going
both didn't say Norris.
for. I don't know. I just thought maybe Piastri might do quite well. Don't know
I have a
why. Just have a
feeling,
funny feeling that he's going to do well. Not that I don't want Lando to do well, but there we go. But yeah, I think that'll be in the top 5.
Did you see that it was all over socials of Lando and Alex Albon's grandma taking a picture?
I did. That's so sweet. Like, so sweet.
I know.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Do you want to explain context for anyone who hasn't seen the photo?
I can't remember it.
You can't remember it?
I know the picture, but there was a little bit of a story behind it of her, but I can't remember.
Yeah, so Alex Albon's mum bumps into Lando Norris.
Grandma.
In the grandmother bumped into Lando Norris in the airport. I don't even know which airport it was. But she asked for a picture, and I don't think Lando knew who it was.
No, I think she said, by the way, I'm actually Alex's grandma.
Yeah, I know, but like, if I walked up to Alex Albon and said, "Oh, I'm Lando Norris's brother," you're not going to believe me. You might not believe it, you know.
I'm sure she showed something to
a picture of his passport, or like,
maybe
Alex
she's
has got a
like
weird
Alex
birthmark on his
WhatsApp
back or something, or I don't no idea.
I know. But yeah, it was super cute.
Just not a nice, cute coincidence, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But some of these hot takes aren't very nice.
No, they're quite mean, actually.
Should we? Oh, God. Right. Should we run through this? So, Ash, do you want to explain what on earth these hot takes are?
Okay. So I couldn't find anything recent. And I also just don't want to trawl through Twitter because, I want to be happy.
It's a hellhole.
But this is from a Formula Dank thread on Reddit. And it's about 2 years ago. So remember this.
Yeah.
It's 2 years ago. Okay. So the hot takes are, right, the first one, the reality that Vettel is a Newey merchant.
I don't know if I like that. That hits me where it hurts. I don't know if I like that. I don't think that's entirely true. I'm gonna go. There's an element of truth to it, but I don't think it's entirely right. Would that make Max Verstappen a Newey merchant?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Because Newey's designed. He's only won championships and races in a Newey designed car, so therefore he is a Newey merchant. Max Verstappen is more of a Newey merchant than Sebastian Vettel.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Actually, that's a good point.
Just gonna put that out there.
I think because Max has shown performances where the car's not been the quickest. That's why. Whereas like Seb really hasn't done that enough times.
I don't know about that one.
Okay.
I don't know what those noises
Um,
were, by the way.
so some of these are weird. I will just preface
Okay,
this.
sure.
Stroll has the guiltiest face I've ever seen.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's so random. Oh gosh. Uh, all right. So this is okay. There's two here. First one is Monaco has to go.
Okay, well.
Okay, and remember this was 2 years ago.
Hmm.
Esteban Ocon will be with one of the elite teams in another season.
I mean,
That
that
is
went
a hot
horribly
take.
wrong. That went horribly
That's a
wrong,
hot
didn't
take.
it? Sorry, Esty. Ugh,
Yeah.
I feel sick even saying that.
So remember 2 years ago, right? Bring Michael Massey back.
Not going to touch that with a barge pole.
God.
Is that background AI art, by the way? Sorry, this won't make any sense for audio listeners, but what's the background?
No, this is the Japanese Grand Prix like official poster, I think from last year, maybe.
Ah, cool. Yeah, Ash has got a very fancy background on the Google Hangouts. Cool. Next hot take, please.
Um.
God, you've got to have something outrageous.
No, it's 2 years ago, so a lot of these lose context.
Is there not like a newer thread on Reddit?
I'll try and find one. But a lot of these I wouldn't even say are hot takes. So like this one is Leclerc has not the spirit to fight Ferrari's dumb commands the same way his teammate does. But
I mean,
I already knew that about Carlos.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a hot take. Massey ended the safety car in Abu Dhabi for a dramatic ending to a banger season, but a one-lap showdown between intense rivals. I think there's an autocorrect in there. He didn't care who won; he wanted ratings.
I mean,
okay.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think he cared who won. I think he was under pressure.
I think he was under pressure. He made a little bit of a mistake. He tried to do the best thing he thought at that moment in that second. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is a hot take.
Oh God.
Prost was better than Senna. I think if you're looking at like outright speed, Senna beats him. But if you're looking at,
there's an element of truth because Prost, when he won his world titles, look at the drivers he beat. There is an element of truth in that potentially.
And he's won. He did enough to win, right, and didn't risk any more.
Yeah, true.
Ooh. Alonso was and still is a better driver than Hamilton or Vettel.
I'm gonna give Fernando consistency over the other two. Okay. I'm gonna give Fernando that.
All right, these three are.
Oh God, here we go.
So
we'll do these three, and then we'll end it there.
Then we'll end it, right? Daniel Ricciardo is not funny.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, that is a pretty hot take. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, now remember, 2 years ago, McLaren should fire Ricciardo and replace him with Vettel. They want an experienced driver to help them build a good car and consistently push its limits.
I would argue that would have been a better decision retrospectively.
So considering this was 2 years ago,
that's a pretty good shout, yeah.
And this one is interesting considering where Daniel is now. Ricciardo is actually a bad driver and should have stayed at Red Bull rather than moving around teams, then blaming the car. He's kind of improved right. I wouldn't say Ricciardo is a bad driver, but he's been proved right by saying he should have stayed at Red Bull.
With the Daniel's such an interesting case where just nothing's really clicked for him anywhere else. You know, other than a teeny tiny bit at Renault, and then it all sort of fell apart. It seemed to like he got a couple of podiums during that COVID season, and it was like, how on earth has he pulled that out the bag? And then he had that one random win with McLaren, and then he's not really done a lot since.
I know.
So he's fizzled out massively. So I mean,
that was actually a good hot take from 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's a reasonably warm take. I'm not going to lie.
lukewarm.
Lukewarm because it's 2 years old. But yeah, no, I don't think we have anything else to chat about, do we?
No,
I don't
it's
think
been
so.
fairly quiet in the news, but I'm sure that will spike post Japan.
Yeah, probably. The post Japan Grand Prix episode will be a little bit late. It won't be coming out on Sunday. It will be on Monday. Just got some bits and pieces going on. So it will just come out slightly later. But I think that we should hopefully have a good race weekend.
Japan will always bring a good race, even if Max runs
Something.
off into the distance.
Something, yeah.
Something happens. Like you had that Alonso Vettel fight. That was pretty cool. And so, yeah, I'm sure, and I hope it rains just to spice it up even more. And
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to the Japanese, like, you know, they always come like with some cool costumes and outfits.
yeah. The Japanese fans are amazing, aren't they? They always
are so
show
good.
up.
They always show up. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they bring this year.
Absolutely. I'll be interested as well. Like, what happened with the B corner? Is that still there?
Yeah.
Is it still there, or was it
I
like a temporary
don't
thing,
think it'd
or-
still be there, but I'm guessing they might have moved it.
Yeah, probably moved the bee hives to somewhere else. Just a random thought. I'd be surprised if they were still there, but who knows? But yeah, all right. Let's wrap it up for there then. That's about 26-ish minutes of pre-Japan. So we will be back after Japan, and yeah, enjoy the race. Set your alarm clocks, and yeah, call your mum. She misses you. Cheers, everyone.
So random.
I mean, maybe she does. You know.